So welcome in to week 2 of writing a book from your comments. Of course, last time we gathered here, I didn't have anything to show except the general inkling of a plan. But now I have begun writing. I've wrote what could be considered a prologue or first chapter all the way through. It's about 4 pages of work, 4 and a paragraph, 3 and a paragraph, more like it. I want to sit here and make excuses, but I've really just been busy with other things. I started work on the ARG this week. I am finishing up my last book. Beginning all these new projects and other projects. I have videos to work on. I have school to do. So, of course, I can't devote 110% of my attention simply to this series, but I have been doing a little bit of work on the side. So, let's talk about this. So, of course, we have Oak, our main character, this little Martian boy who starts off in this prison. This prison's name is Cambria. Now, I have so far introduced a grand total of 4 characters. Of course, our protagonist, Oak, he's a young boy, he's a little naive, he doesn't know how the world works. He knows more than the average kid, but he doesn't know as much as adults. So there's Oak. We have the Warden, who's this very harsh guy, but I sort of want to start showing his soft side just a tiny little bit. Make him show that he's old and really age is getting to him. We do have Dante, which is the cellmate of Oak, who's sort of going to be his mentor figure, who is going to be revealed to be a dragon at some point in this book. And then we have the guy who I came up with alone, not asking you guys in the comments. But I've had this guy, Razor, who I really liked. He's sort of the more rough around the edges sort of guy. Probably around mid-20s, or at least what we would consider mid-20s age, before sci-fi setting stuff happens. But, of course, this is all up to change, because I'm going to be asking more questions. So, I do have a chapter written. The link to the document is in the description. It is the same document I personally write on, so of course, take everything on there with a grain of salt. It's all open to changing, altering, completely deleting, if I do believe it is necessary. I do have a basic structure of how I want this to go. I'm going to separate it into 3 acts. Act 1, it's all exposition, basically. We build the world, and each act will have 3 acts, 5 chapters per act. So, of course, we set up the world. First chapter of the first act, we set up sort of the prison. Then the second, we set up Oak's backstory a little bit. And then we go from there. And, of course, Act 2 will be more rising action stuff until eventually, at the end, it will reach the climax, whatever it is. Then we'll see the falling action during the 3rd and final act, and then we'll see the inciting incident for the 2nd set of stories, of course, if I want to continue on writing this after now. So, I have prepared all of this. It's so far going well. Of course, progress is slow, but I've only been writing it for a week. The second I finish my other book, I will be putting this on my rotation of things to work on. But until then, we're going to be seeing slow progress, but hopefully good progress. I like the writing I've done so far, and I do think you will enjoy it. Of course, if you have anything to point out, any grammatical issues, anything that you would like to see in the story, the comments is a perfect place to see that. I've already been corrected once in the comments, and it was very useful because I am not perfect. I haven't even written 1 book yet. Of course, I'm very close to doing so, but I still haven't quite yet. So, of course, your feedback is always welcome. And I just want to say that the book will not be related to the ARG as far as I'm aware. I just want to set that straight so people aren't scouring through the pages for a hidden meaning. I want a bit of separation there, just so Keep in mind, it's not related to the ARG in any way, shape, or form, unless I say otherwise, which there is a decent chance I will. But that is what I've been working on in Oak's story, and of course, everything else. I do hope you found this enlightening. I do hope you take a second and read through the 3 pages and a paragraph of text I have now. And I'll see you guys down in the comment section.